Hey guys, it's Reese, and I get questions all the time asking me, Reese, how do you do so many things? How do you go to school? How do you manage work? How do you manage your time? Where do you find the time to do things? And I'm here to discuss basically my little secret that's not really a secret into time management. I do a lot of things, that is true, but that is because I've kind of mastered the time management skill, and that's a skill that's kind of thrown around a lot as something that you need to know to be productive or successful, but for some people it doesn't come as easy, and it didn't come as easy for me at first either. But I'm gonna tell you my tip into mastering time management. Prioritizing. Yes, prioritizing. It is really that simple. By creating priorities, you know what is most worth your time during the day and what events are most important or come before other things. You can say all you want how you have no time to work out, but it's really that you're just prioritizing things above working out. If you really wanted to work out, you would prioritize it first. Let's use working out for an example, and you are finding that you don't have enough time to fit a workout in the day. Step back, look at your day, and look at how you're using your time. Are you spending an hour on your phone when you get home from school? Do you have a part or full-time job? Do you study a lot? So that takes up a lot of your day. Figure out what you are doing throughout the day and what you make time for. There's some things that you can't not do, like you can't not go to school or you can't not go to work, but other things such as going on your phone or going on Netflix or something like that, you have to decide whether or not those are a greater priority than working out for you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going on your phone, taking a Netflix and chill day. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need that. But if you are striving to be productive in certain areas that you're not already, you're gonna have to make some changes and maybe give up some time doing something else that's not as productive into doing what you do want to do. To hopefully make it a little bit more clear, let me explain my situation and what I like to do. So I take on a lot of responsibilities. I'm a college student, I have a job, I obviously have a YouTube channel, I'm on social media, I try to work out and be healthy, I try to have a social life, I try to do a lot of things. But I have a mental list of what my priorities are, and I always make sure to get the things done that I think are most important. My top priority is school. I treat it as if it's non-negotiable, as if it's my job, because it basically is. So I'm gonna do schoolwork first no matter what. I have certain times of the day where I'm dedicated to being in class, and then I make sure to schedule in time to either do homework or study or do projects or whatever, and that's that. Like, I don't change it, I don't waver it, nothing's gonna come before that. So when people ask me, how do you find the time to study? How do you find the motivation to do your schoolwork? It's because I value good grades. Good grades are my top priority, and that's that. Getting good grades isn't all about being naturally smart or intelligent. Sometimes it's just about putting in the work to study and to learn the material that you need to do. So I always make sure to set aside time to study properly for my tests and my quizzes to get the good grades. Same thing goes with work. If I'm scheduled that day, I'm going to work. That is non-negotiable. I schedule everything else around my shift, and going to work is my top priority. The next thing I focus on after I have all my schoolwork and classes done is YouTube. Now, obviously, I do YouTube, you're watching me right here, but I also try to stay updated on my social media, and it's kind of like a constant full-time job that I take on, so I like to dedicate certain time to go live on Instagram or make sure I'm tweeting enough or responding to my comments. That's something that's a priority to me. So if I know I'm gonna upload a video this weekend, I dedicate the time to film it, to edit it, to do the thumbnails, to get all the captions done. Like, I set aside that time as if it's like a job, because it is a job for me. And sometimes when I'm sitting on my computer at hours at a time, it might look like I'm just like scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but a lot of the time that I am on my computer or phone, I'm doing research and looking up tutorials on how to better my skills as a YouTuber, as a video producer, even just as a person in general. I like to learn a lot of things. If I have any sort of question about anything, I look it up and I learn it, and then I know it. So sometimes people aren't just naturally smart, like, I just am curious, so I take on the time to make sure I'm always learning and make sure I'm always bettering myself as whatever role I'm taking on that day. My third priority is making sure I eat healthy and work out and go to the gym. So eating healthy is kind of something you can do on the background of all the other tasks that you're doing. I always do like to dedicate time to either cook myself a nice meal or go out and get a nice healthy meal or grocery shop. That's a priority for me to make sure that I'm eating healthy because I love eating as well. Like, it's just a hobby of mine. And then when it comes to working out, after I did my schoolwork, after I did whatever I need to do for YouTube, then I'll find what time I have and I'll schedule in a workout. Now, just the way I'm explaining it, it seems like I'm taking up a lot of time in my day and like, how am I even gonna fit time for a workout? But I go to school for a few hours, I'll maybe film or edit for an hour or two. Like, that still leaves me a lot of time in the day. So finding time to work out for me isn't that hard. It's just whether or not I actually go to the gym. And then of course you have to like shower afterwards and everything. So when it comes to working out, I usually find like a 2-hour time slot in the day and just plop it in there. And because it's my priority, I just go and do it. I don't question it. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym, but I told myself I was going to, so I go and do it. And finally, with the remaining time I have left, which differs every day. Some days I have to dedicate more time to studying. Some days I have a bunch of free time. I go and do fun things. I hang out with my friends. I'll go and walk around campus. I will watch Netflix. Like, I'll go do whatever. But when you figure out the things that you value and that you want to be your priorities, that's what I find is the motivation to get them done. So what I recommend that you do is take out a piece of paper and write down your top 3 priorities. Stick to 3 at first. If you find that you have time to do more, go ahead, be my guest. Write down your top 3 priorities and make it clear to yourself that you are going to get them done. I also totally recommend having like a planner or some sort of planning system so that you can always be aware of upcoming events and what's due and make sure you're not slacking on things. But that's like a whole nother video I can make on planning. If you want me to, definitely leave a comment down below. But yeah, time management and being productive is really just that easy. You just have to figure out what you value most and then go and do the things, okay? I'm not magical. I'm not the smartest person ever. I don't have the fittest body ever, but I take the time to work on those things for myself. That's what I want to do with my time. I want to study and I want to go to the gym and I want to be healthy. So figure out what you want to do. Go ahead and do it. Leave below your top 3 priorities. I would love to hear them and see if anyone else has the same as you. And otherwise, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned until next video. Peace.